Hi everyone, so I'm going to do a video that to me feels very long overdue because it's something that I've actually filmed quite a few times, uploaded a few times, and then removed a few times because it wasn't quite what I was looking for. And it's going to be basically products that I would take to the grave with me, products that I'm going to use or have for the rest of my life or that have impacted me in a way, as I fix my brow really quick, that I want to have them in my life for the rest of my life. So the problem is with prior videos like Holy Grail videos or something like that, I kind of just included too many products and maybe they weren't necessarily truly Holy Grail. And I don't know, to me, if Holy Grail is the right word to necessarily describe all of these things. Certain ones, I guess, yes, but certain ones have just impacted me in such a way that, you know, I'm going to use them for the rest of my life. So I guess, well, you know, I answered my own question there. That is Holy Grail status. So, excuse my little facial here. It's dark, so you'll see it even if I miss a day of shaving. But, okay, so I'm not too sure which order to begin. Good cleansing, I guess, could be included, but that's not a specific product. But I have noticed that when I use oils to cleanse, I find them really effective. So we'll just leave that as a side note. This toner by Borghese, I believe I'm saying it right. It's Borghese. I'm not entirely sure. I should probably look it up. This is the Clarify Skin Balancing Toner. Now, I don't necessarily think that there's anything skin balancing about this because there's no alcohol or anything to dry out the skin as most clarifying products tend to have. This just has a ton of antioxidants, resveratrol, peptides, water binding agents, and it's an incredible value. You get 8.4 ounces, and I believe I pay around $12 to $14 for this. You can purchase this at Target. I don't know how much I have left. The packaging looks like it's a light proof, so that's great. And it is a spray, so usually what I'll do is I'll do an exfoliating toner first, or I'll just go on and spray this on my face after I do a separate actual toner on a cotton pad to get the leftover cleanser or makeup off. And then I'll follow with this. It's also great before you do your serum or before you do your moisturizer, just to lock in extra moisture. But I love this. I think I'm always going to have this because of the value for money for the quality of the product. So I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of this. Next, we'll move on to Bioderma. I believe you pronounce it Kryolan. Or it's either that or Sensibio H2O. This is the all French version, which I'm really happy about. The Sensibio looks like this, where it has a little thing on this. This is if you buy it that has been distributed to America. I think now Beautylish carries it, and the packaging looks a little bit different. This one is straight from France, so I didn't order it from France. I got it from somewhere who ordered it from France. This is an incredible product to me. I always will have this. This is probably my 5th bottle, and I don't know what I'm going to be without this. It's the only eye makeup remover I've ever used that hasn't dried my eyes out or caused dark circling or redness or dryness or irritation. It's also great for if you get a little bit drunk and you need to cleanse your face. Not that I would know what that means or what that entails, but this is incredible for a cleanse in the sense that you don't need to be near a sink, you don't need a washcloth. It's not going to get your makeup off as well as a regular cleanser would, but it is an option that's much better than a wipe, that's much more effective and much more gentle. Whether you're removing your eye makeup or your face makeup, or for me, I do this as a morning time cleanse just to make sure I get all the dirt and oil off that occurred while I was sleeping and leftover product. Just an incredible thing. And I just get the classic Kryolan H2O. There's like a TF that I don't, or TS, I think, that I wouldn't venture into. There's a Sebium H2O. No, I just want the classic. It's one of those classic things you don't mess with, you know what I mean? This is my nicotine product, as I mentioned before, Clarins Gentle Exfoliator Brightening Toner. Something about this I just love. There's alcohol in here, there's fragrance, there's minimal acid in the sense that the pH isn't quite perfect. But I love this for whatever reason. I just will always have this, and I feel like I'll always use it. It's strange, I don't know what it is, but I love what this does to my skin, and I love the scent. It's just very very nostalgic for me because it was kind of when I first really started getting into true skincare routines that I started using this, in the old packaging nonetheless. So I simply adore this. I'll always have it. And Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA Liquid. Now I picked this, but any of their BHAs are great. I like this because it is a liquid. You have to be careful, use less than you think you're going to need, because there's a lot of methylpropanediol to help it penetrate rather than using alcohol. So it does leave kind of like a greasiness on the skin, but if you use less than you think you're going to need, it's going to definitely penetrate properly and not leave a film. But for me, anytime I shave, this goes on after it. Anytime I get clogging on my nose and get blackheads, which is all the time. I am dry and dehydrated, but my skin on my nose gets really, really clogged very easily on my nose. And anytime I have a blemish, this goes on. Anytime I need hydration and exfoliation at the same time, this goes on. Just incredible. It does so many things for me. A pretty affordable price. I think it's, what, $26 for this? Great. I love it. Love, love, love it. Now, I wanted to include an oil. And when I was thinking about all the oils that I've used, and I like the Estee Lauder Essence Oil, and I like, you know, my homemade oils, and I like this, but nothing to me compares to Sunday Riley Juno Body. This is, as they say, they market it for body. It is the same thing as the oil for your face, just slightly tweaked. Not only is this loaded with just natural anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, evening with as far as tone goes, antioxidant. It has so many natural, rich oils in it that are not commonly found in a lot of products, I don't think, especially in the mass market. This is just loaded with so many great products that when I started using oils, I noticed a firmness to my skin that I hadn't had really ever before. Because they're so lipid rich. Not only that, you get a ton of products, so it's a much better value for money than regular Juno, and one pump is the perfect amount to do your face and your neck and a little bit of your ears. I have sunscreen actually. I'll put some of this on top. You get the glow. Some people don't like the scent. I actually don't mind it. It just smells like well, there's like black cumin oil and raspberry seed and broccoli seed, so it smells very earthy. Some people say it smells like dirt. I'm okay with that. I would rather it smell like something, you know, non-fragranced than to smell something that's synthetic or loaded with fragrant plant oils, because I don't necessarily get along so well with those. That is, you know, it's the perfect amount to do your face and your neck. I'm sure you could use this for your body. Sometimes I carry it down onto my chest, but to me that's kind of a waste. I would rather just use, you know, like my avocado oil, you know, that cost me $4 to hydrate my body, when this is really quite expensive, and, you know, I really want to reserve that for my face and my neck. Next, we will move on to Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Protect. Now, I was questioning whether or not I should include this because I really haven't found a sunscreen that I truly love. Although, side note, I did try the Josie Maran Argan SPF with 47. Incredible product. But I love this so much because while it is chemical sunscreen based, there's no escaping that, so I don't necessarily use it around my eyes. It's such a light sunscreen, and it's a gel lotion texture that just smooths into the skin. It's a way to get sunscreen if you don't like sunscreen, which, you know, from, you know, a sales perspective or from a benefit perspective, like, there's no white cast, there's no shine left over from typical chemical sunscreens. It smells slightly like sunscreen, but not to the point where you'd be like, oh, let's go swimming now. Just an incredible texture. You could use this as your moisturizer if you were oily, and you'd get your SPF and enough hydration. Just an incredible product. I really do love it. So there's Miss Mercier. It's really the only primer I like of hers, except maybe the Radiance Bronze. But anyway, so I think that is that. Dr. Dennis Gross Clinical Concentrate Hydration Booster. I know I've mentioned this countless times before, but this is every product you could need in a little dropper. Then they've recently brought out a 1 ounce size, which is incredible because I go through this like crazy. I've been using it sparingly because it is fairly pricey for, I think, it's actually not that expensive, but it's just such a little bottle, I don't want to use it all, you know? But this is a booster to any product that you're using that might not be good enough. You know, you're going to get your exfoliation, your anti-aging ingredients, your skin brightening agents, your antioxidants, your you know, lipid-rich ingredients, your soothing, your anti-inflammatory. It's everything just in this. So like I tell people, and I've mentioned it before, if you're using Lubriderm, you could put that in the Lubriderm and it would instantly become like a high intensity, high quality serum or moisturizer. It would amp it up instantly. So that's just a great product for everyone to have. I don't care what type of skin you have, you need this. You do. It'll change your life. It'll improve your skin. Some sad news, because they are leaving Sephora from what I've heard. You can still purchase them at Nordstrom and Ulta, but Jack Black, the brand, and then separately Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balms. This is all that I have right now. I'm almost done with my mint. Right now I have the mint and the Asian pear open, and I have 2 mint backups. Simply my favorite lip balm of all time. I like it because it has petrolatum, so it seals in the moisture, which is great. There's nothing wrong with a little Vaseline, but it also includes avocado oil, green tea, lanolin, some beeswax, some shea butter, vitamin E. Then you get SPF 25 as well. So it's kind of everything that you could possibly need. Feels great. The scents are all very pleasing. They're not, you know, offensive at all. And I love this. I put this on during the day, before I go to sleep, everything. Just an incredible lip balm to have, always. MAC Strobe Cream. I'm almost out of this. I don't know why I haven't purchased the next size. Don't ever purchase this size though. Buy the size to go, the travel one, because you get an ounce for $10. This is 33 for 1.7. So you could get 2, get more product and pay less money. I love the finish of this. It's a luminous finish. It's super dewy, super incredible as far as ingredients goes. It's just my favorite moisturizer. I don't know why I don't use this more or have more of this at all times. But this is what I put on when I'm on the plane too, so I can get off looking fresh-faced and also be hydrated and have that antioxidant protection. So it's a must-have for me, this MAC Strobe Cream. A few more things. Soap & Glory Righteous Body Butter Lotion. Just the best lotion that I've ever used, really. The scent gets on my nerves sometimes. Sometimes I just want an unfragranced body lotion, but then I just realize it smells so good. How can I not have this? It's so nostalgic for me for like high school, and it just smells great, and it's so happy and fresh and very feminine smell, and it's an incredible body lotion. I mean, it sinks in immediately. It leaves no residue or tackiness or greasiness because there's no mineral oil in here. Just really great. Lots of oils and butters and water-binding ingredients, and the scent is just great. It's so good, so I love this. I'll always have this. This is my 3rd bottle, I think. I mean, one of these lasts me about half a year, so half a year to a year, depending. Okay, I think that is it for skin. Let's move on to some makeup. Hourglass Veil Primer. Simply nothing else out there like it. When I know I need my makeup to last all day and all night, this is what I put on. Knowing that I need a primer that's going to help my makeup last, this is what I put on. It's a texture unlike anything you've ever felt. It gives you a finish on your skin unlike anything you've ever seen. There's not a dense silicone feel to it. It's much more light and powdery and airy. Smooths on evenly, conceals the redness like it's designed to do, smooths in pores and lines like it's designed to do, and does make your makeup sweat and water resistant like it's designed to do. So, an incredible product. I'll never be without that. This is funny to me that I've only tried this in the past couple months, but it's already made it onto my favorite products of all time, and that's the Armani Luminescent CC Cream. The color is perfect for me, the number 2. If anything, it is like a hair too light, but that's nothing I can't work with. The finish is incredible. You get SPF 35. It gives you a very delicate, light coverage. Makes your skin look perfect, wears a really long time on me, can be powdered down if I need to, or amped up with a hydrating spray. Just so great. And yeah, I think I'll always have this. Always have this little guy. And Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua, my favorite foundation of all time. Not as glowy as Armani, definitely. It's much more of a velvety, satin, natural skin texture finish. Formula-wise, neither of these are great. They're loaded with alcohol and fragrance, but I can't deny it that this is my favorite foundation of all time. So, not a surprise to anyone who's watched any of my videos ever, but it needs to be said that that's my favorite foundation. As for a glowy finish foundation, I mean, this is the closest thing, but I haven't found a super glowy foundation that I'm obsessed with yet, except really this. So that tells you anything. Another Chanel product, and I have thought back and forth about whether or not to include this, but at the end of the day, it's my favorite bronzer, and when I do my face, I usually do a little bit of primer, a sheer foundation, some bronzer, and a light touch of powder with some brows, and that's my face. I don't blush, I don't highlight, I don't do eyeshadow, I don't do mascara, but I always have some Soleil Tan de Chanel on. I've tried other ones. I love the texture of this. I love the creamy texture. It blends beautifully. It is very silicone-y, so of course it blends. No glitter or sparkle. It does just have a very beautiful sheen to it. I know some people don't like it because it is very orange, but for me, that's what works so well because I have quite a bit of yellow in my skin. So for me, this is kind of the solution. Next, we have NARS Dolce Vita lipstick, which is kind of funny to me. It's the first NARS lipstick and only one of two that I have. The first NARS lipstick I ever bought. It's what I'm wearing right now. It's such the perfect color because this is exactly the kind of color I want my lips to look all the time. A little bit more rich than my natural lip tone, but still very rosy, very natural, very healthy. I love that it's sheer. I love the texture, the scent of it. It's kind of strange, waxy, sunscreen, silicone-y, sugary. Just so pretty, so sheer, and I can wear this without it looking like I have a ton of lip makeup on, but I do get a smoothness, a brightness, a healthiness, and a sheen to my skin, to my lips, which I can't be without. Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders, any of them, because I can work with any of them in a number of ways. This is happens to be Mood Light. It's the only one that I have. It still has some of the logo on it that is in this packaging that has the mirror. I have some other ones that are clear covered, but this is unlike any powder you'll ever try in the sense that it is weightless, it doesn't accentuate dryness, gives you such a beautiful finish to the skin. I'm going to do a little bit. Mood is the one that I like to kind of brighten up my skin if I'm looking a little sallow. Also for underneath the eyes, or if you have a lot of yellow in your skin and you want to balance that and make sure you don't turn orange, that's what I tell people to get. But I love dim, I love luminous to highlight, I love ethereal underneath my eyes, I love diffuse kind of down the center, I love radiant on the sides of my face, and I love incandescent for a real strong highlight. So they're just incredible, and I would not be without them. You know, there's other powders I like, Clinique, honorable mention, but that is kind of much more me as far as finish goes because it doesn't mattify your skin by any stretch of the imagination. It just smooths it and gives it a satin glow, which I'm a fan of. Next, we'll talk about highlighting concealers. I only have two that I really love, but I don't like classic like liquid or cream concealers as much as I like highlighting concealers. YSL Touche Eclat in number 2.5 and Chanel Eclat Lumiere in 25 light medium. Funny enough, I don't have either of those on. I have a different concealer on, but my face is typically sheer foundation, bronzer, this, brow, and go, you know? This, to me, because I don't have intense under eye circles, it covers enough, gives an illumination and a brightness, makes me look healthy, you know, accentuates the center of my face, because I do have a fairly wide jaw and a fairly wide face, so I want to accentuate the center, and that's what this does for me. And I just love it. I'll always have one of those. Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Ebony. My brow pencil of choice, the only brow product that I truly love as far as filling in. I love the thin tip, I love the color. She really understands dark colors. None of them, I mean, some of them have a touch of red, but her darkest shades do not have any red in them. They're gray based. They look incredible. The texture is incredible. It's very waxy, so it goes on and it stays put. So easy to work with. So natural looking. I don't like to look like I have a lot of brow on. I just want to thicken them up and add some shape and fullness. And I probably just fucked them up because I am not really paying attention. But that's what this is for me. This Brow Wiz. I will always have this. Always. And same thing to be said with Spoolie. I will always have a spoolie because I brush my brows through even if I don't fill them in. And I could not do that without a spoolie. Couldn't do it. Few more things, and they're tools. The e.l.f. Studio Blush Brush. I could do an entire face with this, and I have. And then a flat foundation brush, you guys. I love a buffer brush lately, I really do. Hourglass number 2, Zoeva. I've gotten back into them. But something a flat foundation brush does that I just love. I love how it smooths the product on, then I go in with my fingers and blend, but I love the control. This is the Chanel number 6, but there's a lot of them that I love. I have to have a flat foundation brush. I do. I'm sorry. I just do. The MAC 217. Again, I could do an entire eye with this. So perfect at blending and buffing and smoothing and patting, and it just kind of does everything. Last but not least, Tom Ford Black Orchid. Maybe it's a bit cliche, I know a lot of people love it, but there is no other fragrance that I can wear where I spray it and instantly I'm ready to take on the world. I wore this at prom, I wore this for graduation, I wear this on a really important date, a really important meeting, on days when I need to feel like I can conquer anything and I can feel sexy and I can feel empowered. That's this for me. It is spicy, sweet, warm, delicious, a little floral in a sense that it's very plummy florals, and they're very dark florals and very mysterious. Tom Ford Black Orchid, man. I kid you not. That is everything, you guys. I really appreciate you sitting through this. I know it was kind of a lot. I was fair. I'm really looking forward to when I can expand this list, because there's just so many products that have impacted me so much. And I don't see any of these changing anytime soon, or leaving this list. So I really hope you guys enjoy this, and I will talk to you all real soon. Bye!